Okay, let's see if we can do this one nicely. I don't know how big it is until I put it on the glass. The vertical's going to be 400. No, not 200. Vertical's going to be 400. And horizontal, I'm going to make it for now 200. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here Statler, Norris. So these are what are they? Oil pastels. So we're interested in this section here. Oil pastels. Yep, more drawing sort of stuff for drawing. Yeah, we need it to be bigger than 200. But yeah, this is like for artists, colouring in and shit. Not my cup of tea. I don't paint or draw, I use the photocopier. That's how I work. Got a gut feeling. Hang on, A6. Yeah, that's the A6 area. I think we might have, whatever, we're just going to see how it turns out. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. We're going to have to enlarge it heaps on the vertical. Maybe we could take out some of that enlargement and use it at the last take of this. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to basically leave it on 200. Going to print another one. Alright, out it comes. That's this piece. We're now going to enlarge. We might have to, or leave it like that. I was thinking we can move it away from the edge, but we won't. Take this away. Actually, I'm thinking we're going to do that. We're going to make another version of this, so we're just going to move it away from the edge. Just away from the edge. Okay, that's that piece. So that looks a lot better. We can then overlap at the edge on the last take. So, yep. So we're just going to put this away. We're not going to let those go to waste. I'm sure some artist, especially a starving artist, would benefit from some nice little pastels for their artwork, because a lot of artists most artists don't make money out of what they do, which is a real shame, because seems like creative arts in general, you don't typically make money doing creative arts. Creative art is not taken seriously enough. It's not taken seriously enough by big business and that. So the only kind of art you get is commercial art. So that's the only way an artist can really make money, is if they join the money fuckers and make commercial art instead of just visual art. And it's a real sad that so much talent gets wasted when they're made poor and impoverished, trying to eke out a living doing what they love most and what they're good at. And it just doesn't seem, that looks interesting. It just doesn't seem to pay off. It doesn't pay off. You don't see many visual artists getting what they're worth. They're worth a lot more than what big business likes to make out. And it's just a crying shame that we as artists have to do art on the side instead of making it our life major. And it's just so sad that we have to put up with so much. I've always known that my photocopier art doesn't make money. I've always known that, folks. I've had a gut feeling decades ago that you can't make money doing this. And that's why some of the main reasons why I espoused my dream of becoming a photocopier technician, because it was like loving photocopy machines as a technician, because I was fascinated with how they work, and also being able to fund my art so I can make the art as well. So having been both a technician in the job and an artist on the side, but it doesn't seem to. But because of the disabilities I have, I was unable to be a technician. So I'm trying to work on what I'm capable of, and this is what I'm capable of, but it doesn't make any money. It costs money. I'm hoping to get in touch with someone who I want to marry. There's a man called Luigi who I love dearly, and I want to marry him, and I am trying to get these videos I do on television. I'm trying to get televised, and also to showcase my talent, this photocopier art, so it no longer becomes just a hobby, because hobbies just don't pay, they just cost. And I don't have that sort of money to keep me going indefinitely. But the problem I have is this coronavirus coverage on the major news channels is really ripping apart my chances of getting televised, because the TV channels appear to enjoy covering this rather dreadful disease. And I've been trying to get on television now for more than 8 years. It's extremely difficult competing with this coverage of the coronavirus. So I'm really getting sick of hearing about the coronavirus, and I don't want to know that it's spreading. I'm just so scared of it. I try not to fear it, but it does. I just don't want to hear about it, folks. But I always hear about it elsewhere. I don't even watch television as a general rule. I don't have a television at home. But basically I'm so over this coverage, this rolling fucking coverage that just doesn't seem to have an end. And they just keep going on with it all the time. Coronavirus this, coronavirus that. What's happening next in the game of coronavirus? I'm sick of coronavirus, folks. I just want my fucking husband. I want to marry him. He's not a husband yet, folks, but I want to marry Luigi. I really miss him. I really, 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 totally and utterly miss Luigi. I don't want this coronavirus to come between me and him. I don't want it, folks. I'm sick to fuck of it. Peoples, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of coronavirus. I'm sick of bad news. I want to see some good fucking news, folks. I want to see some fucking happy news. I want to fucking see something different to this death, destruction, disease, and all the rest of it. I am so over the news, the way that it's concentrating on negative things all the time, folks, and people goggle at it. People are stupid enough to fucking gawk at it. You know, they are so dumb. People are so fucking stupid. They are fucking dumb. I am sick to hell of this fucking society, folks. I'm sick to fuck of it. I'm over it, folks. I really am. I am so over this shit that our world has become. That everything has to be negative. Everything has to be bad. Everything has to be fucked. Money fucked and all. I am so fucking over it. I am so desperately fucked up, finished with this shit. Oh, I don't know. Well, I'm going to do another one. Fuck it. But basically, I'm just sick to hell of it, folks. I'm over it. I've had a gutful. I've been trying for years to get my stuff to air. And it won't go to air because now it's the fucking coronavirus. You know, honestly. Of course, we got to know something about it, I suppose. I know we have to stay informed, but don't flood the fucking airwaves with this shit. We don't need it in our fucking faces anymore, folks. I wish people would fucking rise up and revolt against this shit. But then, no, we can't have protests, we can't have riots, you know, and we do have a coronavirus, and we don't want people who are protesting to spread it. All due respect, folks, that's pretty much it. We don't want to spread the coronavirus and make more bad news for TV. So we have to control our urge to protest. However much we have a right and we have a reason to protest. I acknowledge that, folks, but with this pandemic it could be dangerous, extremely dangerous. So we have to fucking hold our fire until such time as, I don't know, they find a vaccine for this shit. That's the only part of the coronavirus I want to know about, is whether is the potential to find a vaccine. I'm going to try another piece. This piece is shit. I'm not getting anything good out of this. But basically we'll use that one. But basically, yeah, we just have to fucking be careful. Try to stay safe, folks, with this damn virus. Don't panic if you can avoid it. Don't go buying bog loads of toilet paper. It's not necessary. Although I think people understand that we don't need to buy toilet paper in hoardish amounts. Now this looks interesting. But basically, yeah, we just have to fucking just keep safe and just follow guidelines, you know. Hope that it doesn't get any worse than what it already has. So it's a bloody dog of an illness. Trying to get a good image here, folks. Yeah, that looks really quite nice. I don't like that section there. Trying to get a really good image out of this, folks. I'm really struggling to do something that I really, really would like. Just try and put it elsewhere and move it around and take pot shots. But I just wish that this coronavirus coverage would ease up. I knew that if we had another second wave, I don't know whether to call this one a second wave, but it looks like it is. I had a feeling that the news channels would use it and use it as a way of making money, because it's all about ratings, folks. Gonna use this. This looks similar to the second one I did. But basically, yeah, I'm just finished. I'm over it, folks. I really am over this rolling style of coverage. I don't know why TV channels like to do this with disasters and other horrible events like the bushfires. The bushfires was another thing that shitted me off. But this coronavirus shit is here to stay. At least the bushfires are seasonal. But the coronavirus doesn't have just a season. It's fucking, as long as it's just a fucking dog of an illness. A fucking pain in the ass to my TV campaign if I'm ever going to get it off the fucking ground. It's a dog. It's a real fucking mutt of a thing. But I do love dogs, but I don't like coronavirus. But no one, I don't think there's hardly anyone that likes coronavirus, except as a news article to produce huge ratings, because people want to keep up to date and people are just so hypnotized by this shit. Wondering if we're going to make the vertical a bit bigger. But basically, yeah, it's really not an easy thing to have to deal with. I'm going to go here. We're going to just leave it. But yeah, it's just really difficult to try under these circumstances to get something on television that's worthwhile. You know, I really want to marry this man, and I don't understand why people can't even relate to love stories anymore. They want to hear more about things that maim or things that kill. They don't want to hear about a love story. Everyone's been jaded. Everyone's been hypnotized into this, and it's just so fucking annoying that I can't get anywhere. And I've got a lot of reasons why I want to be on TV, not just Luigi. I've got other reasons. I won't go into it now. But basically, I've got other things that need to be attended to that only the media can provide. And I just get so... I just can't stop talking about how fucking pissed off I am with this coronavirus coverage. Honestly. I just don't... Fuck. Honestly, it's just a pain in the fucking ring hole, folks. And people just fall for it. Even I sometimes want to see what's happening when I get hooked in. So I try to avoid watching this shit. I don't even have a television at home, but it comes up on my Twitter feed sometimes, or it comes up sometime in Google. Or wherever. It's just everywhere, and you just can't fucking run away from it. It just catches you. The media just want you to know about it, and when you don't want to know about it, you know, when it's fucking you over, giving you a mind fuck. It's mind fucking, you know, and it's just not acceptable. But that's the way the world has become. All about disasters, all about death, disease, damage. Nothing nice anymore. No love stories, folks. Sorry about the curling, but apart from the curling, that looks really quite nice. I think now we can call this rant over.